Yeah. Showing shit. We're live. Yeah, we're live. All right, it's showing. It's live. Can y'all hear us and see us okay?
I'm not seeing any comments.
Okay, it's coming up now. All right, guys. Good evening. Thank you guys for joining us this evening, taking a few minutes out of your time. We got a pretty good little show for you this evening. We have our guest with us, Mr. Dalton Driver from Tennessee. Dalton, we'll get with him in just a minute. Let's see who we got in chat. We got Ace Catfishing, Harvey Loveall, J Dog, Georgia Fisherman. Thank you guys for coming in. We'll give it just a couple minutes, let some more people hop in here. Tonight, we're going to talk a little bit. We're going to start off talking about some tournaments. And Dalton puts on some tournaments. And we got one coming up here in Tennessee. And we got another one in May that's going to be in Kentucky. I know there's a lot of YouTube channels that live here in Kentucky and Southern Ohio. It'd be a good one for everybody to come meet everybody at. There's Betty. So we'll talk a little bit about tournaments, and then we're going to go into some catfishing tips. We've had some people step up and want to give away some stuff, so we decided we'd give away some stuff. We got some stuff from Dale's Tackle. We got some decals from Fin Seeker and Dinks Outdoors, Lady Cat Outdoors. And then Dalton is going to give away a special prize at the end, courtesy of Mr. Aaron Churchwell. So, Aaron, if you're watching, we really appreciate it. So you guys stick around. And, guys, if we can get 50 in here, our goal is to have 50 in here. If we get to 50, I'm going to give you guys a promo code to Dale's Tackle that can save you some money. So if y'all can, share this up. We got Mr. Buckeye in the house, Mad Catter, Catfishing, Skip Stewart. I missed anybody else so far?
Jeremy, how do I see the comments? I can't see the comments.
Not coming up on yours?
Well, I got to click the chat down here to look at them, but I can't see them scrolling through.
Click the chat and see if that does it.
Well, can y'all still see me?
Yeah.
Okay. I just can't see y'all.
All right, let's go ahead and introduce our guest here. This is Dalton Driver from Tennessee. Met Dalton a few years ago. And Dalton's an avid catfisherman, and he puts on the Winter Whiskers catfishing tournament in Tennessee on Old Hickory Lake. Welcome to the show, Dalton. How are you doing?
Pretty good. Glad to have you.
Thanks for being here. Tell us a little bit about this tournament.
Well, I started the Winter Whiskers tournament last year, but just because there ain't a whole lot of tournaments right here in the area where I live at, and I'm trying to get some tournaments going on here. I know Cabela's King Cat hosts one here, but it's in April, but that's the only one I know of in this area. So I was trying to get a few more around here because there is a lot of catfishermen around here. And last year we had a good turnout. I asked several sponsors for donations that I have as giveaways, and I got some guaranteed money. And I had a good turnout. I had 25 boats show up. Everyone had a good time, and they want to do it again this year. Well, this year I've got out and got some really good sponsors, and I've got a lot of money to give away this year. I've got guaranteed $1,000 for first place. Then I got guaranteed for second and third. I got big fish and small fish prizes. I'm expecting 40-something boats right now, and it's going to be a big jump from last year if we end up having 40-plus boats, and that's going to be a big payday because it's 100% payout. The entry fee
with 40 boats, that would come out to about $3,000 for first place.
Yeah, if we have 40-plus boats, it's going to be over $3,000 for first place, and the entry fee's $100, $80 for the tournament, $20 for big fish. That's optional. But a lot of the giveaways I got is you'll more than get your money back on them, because I've got big cat fever rods. I've got an anchor from Cat River Anchors. I've got a tackle box full of 21 packs of hooks, beads, and swivels from Nocturnal Nation coming. That's a $210 value. I'm pretty sure the Cat River Anchor is over 100. I've got a brand new Hellcat rod from Big Cat Fever that ain't even come out yet, and it's going to be about $120. I'm excited about that. I'll be buying 6 of them when they come out.
And all you have to do is enter the tournament, right? It's just
right.
a random raffle for all these.
Right. All you got to do is enter the tournament. You automatically get tickets. And then if you are a female or a veteran or first responder, you get 2 additional giveaways. There's a special giveaway just for females, and then I got a custom red, white, and blue rod for veterans and first responders to give away. And then, let's see, I got 2 packs of tackle from Dale's Tackle. It's got a lot of goodies in it. I got a $200 gift certificate to Multi T-Bars. For whoever wins that, they can get with Colton and customize their own T-bar. Then, who else? We got Bears planer boards. He's going to be sending me a few sets of planer boards to give away. They're really good. I use them myself. Cat Stalker floats. Make some really good floats, kind of like Demon Dragons, but they're 3D printed. They look just like bluegill, crappie, shad, whatever you want to pick. And the same guy that owns Cat Stalker floats owns Creek bait tanks, and he's giving away a shad spa too to keep your shad alive, and that's probably $200-300 itself.
Yeah, I fished a lot of tournaments over the years, mostly crappie tournaments. I've only been into catfishing like 3 years or so now, but even at the championships and stuff that I've been to, I've never seen a giveaway of this magnitude as what you have going on with this. I mean, it's a really impressive list. I mean, even if you don't think you can get in the money, I mean, you're going to win a lot of money worth of prizes for just showing up and being in the raffle. Before we get into it a little bit more, I need to say hi to a few more folks here. Mr. Randall Jeffries, thanks for coming in. We got Lyle from Catfish Weekly. And in case you guys didn't hear it the other night, Lyle is going to have a brand new show on Thursday nights. It's going to be called Panfish Weekly. And I know a lot of us catfish anglers, we like to crappie fish and everything. And this is going to be a great show catered to just pan fishing, crappie fishing, bluegill fishing, shell cracker and stuff. So I'm really excited about watching this. So y'all be on the lookout for that. We got Mr. Mike Greenwell. How you doing, Mike? Grant McIntosh, Miss Katie Collins, Dustin Ware, Mr. Creole. Creole, say something in that Cajun for us tonight. We got Miss Tara Blackburn. Guys, I got a hat here from Lady Cat Outdoors. We're gonna be giving away tonight. So if any ladies want to get in on that drawing, guys, go ahead and tell your wives, girlfriends, whatever, to hop in here, get a chance on that hat. We got Dank's moms in here. All right. We talked about the sponsors and stuff. I know you named off a bunch of prizes, and there's still a lot more to go and everything, but it's going to be a good time. What's the date on that tournament?
February 6th. It was 3 weeks from yesterday.
3 weeks. And what's the location of it?
It's going to be in Gallatin, Tennessee at Bull Creek Boat Ramp, which if you're from around here or close, it's known as Flippers Bait and Tackle. But the address is 200 Oldham's Bend Road.
All right. And I'll put a link in the description for that. So if y'all need to check that out, or you can message me or Dalton, either one. We got Muskrat Adventures, Roger. How's it going, Roger? Roger's been lighting them up. I saw he had a good fish today. Sunfish Assassin. Who else am I missing? Mr. Joey Kirby. Thanks for coming in, Joey.
Yeah, I forgot to mention half the term or some of the sponsors. There's still Aaron Churchwell with Partners in Slime. He's giving away Colon systems. Forgot to mention him.
Smackdown rod holders.
The Smackdown rod holders, Stacy Gaston, yep. Lightning Bug. A couple of the local companies around here. One of the guys I work for is sponsoring it. State Farm sponsoring it. A buddy that holds our bow fishing tournaments is sponsoring it. He's throwing in $100 on top of the big fish or the small fish prize, which is no extra charge. I mean, if you bring in a small fish, you automatically get the smallest fish. You get your entry fee back plus a little secret giveaway that I've got for you that I got myself.
All right.
A little kid won it last year, and he was tickled to death, and it made my day.
Yeah, I think I know what that is, but we'll keep it a secret for now. Let's do a giveaway real quick. We'll do a small giveaway starting out. Let's give away a set of decals here. We got some Dinks Outdoors, Fin Seeker TV. Who wants a set of stickers? What we're going to do is y'all answer this question for me. The closest to it without going over. What's the weight of Braden's personal best catfish? Y'all go.
What's up, Larry?
Yeah, we got Larry Gross in here. What's up, Larry? One Ton Fishing Club. What's up, guys?
Oh, somebody guessed it.
I've already got it. Y'all can stop putting in numbers.
Make sure nobody put it before. Yep. We got our winner.
Tell them who it was, Braden.
Muskrat Adventures, Roger.
Congratulations, Roger. Just message me with your address later on. We'll get these sent out to you. We appreciate you watching. And make sure to tune in Tuesday nights for Muskrat Adventures. Roger puts on a good show. Has some great guests in there as well. Let's get back to the tournaments. Coming up in May, this is going to be a trial run here in Kentucky on Barren River Lake. Now, Barren River Lake's not known for catfish, but it's been growing in popularity and stuff. A lot of people's been noticing. There's been a lot of interest in people wanting to try to have a tournament here. And Dalton has stepped up to the plate, and he's going to offer that this coming May. Was it May 22nd? Is that when it is?
Yeah.
Okay. This will be a trial run tournament, and I know there's a lot of YouTube folks here that live around in the area and in Southern Ohio. We would love to have you come down just to meet you, hang out with you, and get to fish for a little while. And hopefully we have a good turnout for that. Anything you need to say about that one, Dalton?
No, I ain't going to try and get no giveaways on it. I'm just, like I said, it's going to be a trial run, just see how much interest we get. Now, I know there is some big fish there. They've been stalking blues for 12 to 15 years, and I've seen some of the ones y'all caught. They're getting there. They're going to be some big fish in the next few years, and they're there now probably. Just ain't hooked into one of them. But I think it'll be pretty good. Something different. I mean, you always got to go somewhere else to learn something new.
Right. And May 22nd, man, this is like the perfect time, and this is one of the last 2 weeks of May, in my opinion, is some of the best fishing of the year. I mean, you don't have to know a whole lot about the lake to come down here and catch 125, 35 pounds during that time. The fishing's just great during that time.
The entry is going to be the same. It's going to be 80 on the tournament and then 20 for big fish, which is always optional. And it's going to be out of Barren River State Park.
Okay. We got Patriot Catfishers of America. James, how you doing? James, we'd like to send out our condolences. Prayers for your family this week with the passing of your mom and everything. Just want you to know we're catfish community is behind you, and we're praying for you, buddy. And we hate that this happened. What else we got here?
Oh, and just FYI, at the Winter Whiskers tournament, the bait shop Flippers does sell frozen shad and skipjack if someone needs a little extra bait. And there's a bait shop up the road right before you turn in on 109 called Poindexter's that has frozen shad and skipjack to sell.
Okay. Let's see. We got 27 in here right now. We need to get it up to 50. Guys, if you can share this out, if we get up to 50, I'm going to give everybody a promo code to get you some discount on some tackles. So if y'all can help us out and get the numbers up, we sure appreciate it. Let's give something else away, Dalton. let's give I got a tackle bag here from Dale's Tackle. We got barrel swivels, we got 10-aught hooks, we got clips, we got rattles, we got beads. Pretty good little setup here. Good pack. How do you want to do this, Braden? You want to guess a number? Write down a number right here.
I'm gonna write down a number. Let's see. You wanna do 1 through 50? Something like that? Higher?
Go 75.
75.
To make it interesting.
1 through 75, guys.
Don't go yet.
Don't go yet. I'm gonna go ahead and write down my number. Make sure y'all can't see me here.
We got Catfish Headhunters. What's up, Norm? You got the number?
Yep.
Okay, this is going to be a number between 1 and 75, closest to it without going over. And go.
I seen a comment that said it's prime time in May on Burn River. I hope they're right.
All right, we got a winner. We got somebody that's already hit it right on the head.
Yep.
Lucky number 18 beat Catfish Headhunters. Mr. Norm, congratulations, buddy.
Congratulations.
Send me a message and we'll get this shipped out to you. Thank you for watching. Dalton, we covered a little bit on the tournaments here. Let's talk about some winter catfishing tips. I know you fish a lot of river systems and stuff, and you come up here and fish with me yesterday. Have you thawed out, by the way?
Still trying to. I come home and took a long hot shower, trying to get feeling back.
I hear you. We fished for about 3 hours yesterday morning during that blizzard, and it was cold and the wind was blowing terrible. But we did manage to put some fish in the boat, but we had a good time. But Dalton, you live down in Tennessee. You fish a lot of river systems, and I live up here on the lake, and where there's no current. And I know that absolutely blows your mind when you come up here to fish with me because it's a totally different style of fishing.
Right.
What you're used to the river fishing, so I'm assuming, do you anchor a lot this time of year? I'm assuming.
Yeah, but I have caught them dragging this time of year too. With when there ain't no current, I have caught them on the flats outside the river dragging when there ain't no current to anchor up.
All right, so you do drag. You just slow it down. I'm assuming pretty good.
I don't try to go over 0.3 or 0.4 if I can.
Right. Okay. Because I know we come up here yesterday. Of course, there's no current on this lake up here most of the time, and we were double anchored out. Is that the first time you ever double anchored like that for that style of fishing?
Yeah, for blues, yeah. Now I used to do it a lot when I was younger, and we go catch channels. We'd turn the boat sideways in the current and drop an anchor offside and just fish the length of the boat. Before is that style, yeah, it's all totally new to me.
Yeah.
But
what are some tips you could offer folks on fishing in the wintertime? Maybe they don't like to get out in the cold and stuff, but wintertime can produce some of the biggest fish of the year, and as Braden can tell you. And what's some tips you can offer people for this time of year?
Well, probably the biggest thing, first off, never quit learning. Never get comfortable. Always try to learn new. But if you don't have a boat or you don't have access to a friend that has a boat, you can always still catch fish off the bank. I used to love, when I was in high school, going out this time of year after a big rain and just trying to find some muddy water, and you'd catch fish. And now that I've got a boat and stuff and got out starting to chase bigger fish, I love anchoring. I love looking for structure, rock piles, wood. I ain't really a whole lot on the dragon because I'm still new to it, but I think leader length plays a big role in everything. Your bait, I'm not a big frozen bait person. I love to try and catch fresh. I'll be out there before daylight trying to catch fresh bait, whether it's bluegill, skipjack, or shad. As long as if I can get it that day and it bleeds, I'd much rather have that over anything frozen.
And I'm a firm believer in that as well. I mean, our success rate's just tripled since we use the fresh bait over the frozen. I use the frozen if I have to, if that's all that's available. One of my questions was, and you answered part of it, was what size leader do you run? Do you shorten your leaders up in the wintertime?
Actually, I pay more close attention to the current. If it's a big, strong current, I'm going to shorten them leaders up. Or if it's a high pressure day where they're sunk way down in the mud, I'm going to run a really short leader, probably nothing over 12 inches. Now, if it gets into a low current situation, I'm going to lengthen that leader out probably to 2 foot and put a cat stalker float on it. And I've just had good luck running a longer leader in a lower current situation and a short leader and a high current situation. I think when you get into a high current situation, which a lot of times happens in the wintertime with it raining and stuff, they get real tight to that structure and they get in behind it as a current break. And I think with it being short, it makes it easier for them to stay in the structure they're in to come out and get that bait instead of the bait being a long leader and it going up over their head.
Right. I know yesterday, my leaders, I have about 3 foot leaders. That's
Yep.
probably a little bit too long, and
The
we
two,
learned real quick that they need to be shortened up because you had caught a fish yesterday morning, and we were in a bunch of channels just getting the baits eat up, and we decided to move after you caught that fish, and we went to reel them up, and we had 2 more fish on we didn't even know about. This time of year, the fish, from what I've been hearing, that's happened to a lot of folks, is the fish will come up and eat it and not really swim off. They may sit there for a little while with that bait in their mouth, and you might get a little wiggle on that rod, but you won't get the full effect a lot of times. And that happened to us yesterday. We had 2 fish on we didn't even know about.
yeah. Did you notice the one that the two that actually pulled the rod tip over and doubled the rod that it was on a short leader that didn't have no float or nothing?
Yeah. You want to give away something else, Braden?
Sure, let's do it.
We have the Lady Cat Outdoors hat still up for grabs here. We'll do it next. But guys, make sure you stay tuned to the end because Dalton's going to be giving away a product that was donated from Aaron Churchwell. So make sure you stay in here for that. It's a good prize. How you want to do this one, Braden? Let's do a number pick, but only the ladies can put a number in here.
Right.
Go ahead and write you a number down between 1 and 50.
1 and 50, okay.
Hey, Jeremy.
Yeah.
I just seen a question. I'm trying to find it, but it said something about rod weight.
That'd be Roger. He's asking the rod weight in winter. I'm guessing he's wanting to know like a medium heavy or what kind of rod you're using.
I never go below medium heavy. I got medium heavies, I got heavies. Because like you said, this time is the time to catch a big fish and you never know when he's going to hit and you won't be ready for him. Luckily, the biggest fish I ever caught, which was 55 on Old Hickory, he hit my heavy rod. And he doubled it over too.
Okay, I'm only seeing 2 in here, Lee Evans and Rodney Smith, that put the numbers down.
We don't have very many girls in here, but some of these know some girls that would wear it.
Make sure I'm not missing anybody. Do you see anybody I'm missing here, Dalton?
I'm looking. I don't see.
So if they have somebody that can wear it.
I'm assuming their wives with them.
Yeah.
Got a couple guys putting numbers in here.
All right, there we go.
All right, stop. What number you got? 47. What's the number you got, Braden?
I got 47.
Number is 47. And it looks like Miss Tara Blackburn. Tara was the winner on our last show, I believe.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Tara. Just give me a message and we'll get this sent out to you. Congratulations. We got some more folks coming in here. Mr. James Dockery, Mexi Catfishing, Mo Creek, Country Boy Catfishing. We got Mr. L. Stan Perez, Chunky Cats Fishing. Maurice Casey, Lee Evans. Got a few new names in here I haven't seen tonight. Thank you guys for joining in. We're up to 30. We're trying to get up to 50 so we can give that promo code away. Back to the winter fishing tips. What's your bait selection? Are you a skipjack man, or you like the gizzards this time of year, or what do you prefer, Dalton?
I prefer shad. I've always had better luck with shad this time of year. I know there's a lot of guys that are diehard skipjack people, but I've just had better luck with shad this time of year and finding shad. I've been able to net shad most time every time I go out. And one day I couldn't find no shad and I couldn't find no skipjack, and I went to Flippers, bought a little Zepco 33, some worms and hooks, and I went and caught bluegill. And I've had just as much luck on bluegill as I have gizzard shad, but I like gizzard shad. And if I can, I want to have them 6 to 8 inches. That way I can cut them smaller, or they're big enough I can get a bigger piece of bait. It just depends on what they're preferring that day.
Yeah, that was one of my next questions there, Dalton. I'm just curious if you downsize your baits at all this time of year. I know I've been downsizing quite a bit, but that just works on my body of water this time of year. I know at certain areas like on Tennessee River and stuff, they're still throwing half a skipjack and stuff out, and that's working for them. But what do you like?
Most time I try to cut the head off the shad, and then I try to probably get about 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches piece to start out, and then play with my size of baits. I've got enough rods I can throw different sizes of baits till I find out what they're liking, what leader length they're liking. It's all trial and error when you first start, because today's different than yesterday, and today's going to be different than tomorrow. I mean, fish change.
So it's good to have a variety of baits out there, just see what they want that day.
Yeah, I've always got a couple long leaders, some short ones, and some that's kind of in the middle. I got some with floats. I got some that's just got rattles, and then I've got some that's just bare. I ain't got nothing on them.
Yeah. Guys, if you have any questions for Dalton in the chat, run them by me. I'm trying to keep up with it, but sometimes it gets going fast and I miss them. So I apologize if I missed them. Just throw them up again and we'll get them answered. I'm a big skipjack guy, Dalton, but yesterday we caught 4 fish, I believe, and I want to say 3 of the 4 was caught on shad, right?
Yep, sure was. And the way I like to hook my gut pieces on my shad, I learned this from Chris Souders watching him. But when you cut that head off and you cut the gut piece, that gut pocket be there, and I'll run my hook through that gut pocket and out at the shad's belly to hold all them guts and stuff in, because you get a lot of smell in them guts, and it just keeps holding them in there, and it keeps the channel cats from pecking them out.
Right. It worked good yesterday, so we'll keep that in mind for something else for us to do.
I tell you, them high current situations depends on how I hook my bait too. If it's like really high current, I'm gonna hook my bait through the middle of the belly. That way it flows natural and it ain't trolling burden in the current. Now if it's like a low current situation, it don't really matter because it ain't moving a whole lot. You want it to flow natural through the water.
Right. And if you don't have any current, I guess it don't really matter because it's just land.
Right.
All right. When you go out in the wintertime, are you looking for structure to fish, or are you trying to locate fish on your sonar, or how do you approach that?
I do both. I'll first start going out looking for structure. I'll scan the river and stuff just see if I can find some structure. But I will not pass up a group of fish if I see them. I'll set up on them and try them. But I have a lot of luck on laid off trees and rock piles this time of year on into spring. When the spring starts around, where you really start picking up some of them flatheads and them trees off in the river, they start coming alive in April and they start getting really active.
Okay. We got a couple questions here, Dalton. First one from Roger. What are some good first steps for somebody thinking about starting a tournament?
Starting a tournament? Well, For me, I have fished a lot of tournaments. I've fished bow fishing tournaments. I've fished catfish, bass. Uh, think about what you want in a tournament, what you have seen in a tournament that you liked, what you haven't seen that you didn't like, and what would bring you to a tournament. I know I fished enough tournaments that money and prizes is going to get people to a tournament because you want to know you can win something when you go. And that's why I done the giveaways, because even if you don't know nothing about catfishing or if you have a bad day, you still have a chance to walk away with something good. It's just I took what I would want to see in a tournament and what I would like, and I just started off that and just started building from there. You can ask my wife or anybody that works with me. From the time I post the tournament up until the day of the tournament, I'm on the phone talking to sponsors. People's calling me, texting me. But I love doing that stuff because it's getting more people into catfishing. I know there was one guy, he don't even have a boat, and he's going to rent one just to come to a tournament and trying to learn some stuff. And it's helping getting more kids into it too. That's more or less the purpose of the small fish. Like I said, a little kid won the small fish last year, and he was tickled to death, and it made my day. I think I was more excited to see him win it than anybody else win anything.
Absolutely. I love seeing these youth and these youngins getting involved in the sport, and especially fighting these big fish. It's just fun to watch. You see the smile on their face. We got another question for you. It says, how deep are you starting? Are you just fishing the bottom, or is there a certain depth you're looking for?
Now, on Old Hickory, from my experience, most of your fish stay in the main channel. And I'll work the main channel, find some structure, which I very rarely go below 20 foot. I'll fish anywhere from 20 to 60 foot. But like I said, it all depends on the current. If there ain't no currents, I'm going to get up on them flats and drag the mud flats,
Okay.
even this time of year. Just
And
have to slow down.
Yeah. And for you folks that may not be familiar with Old Hickory Lake, this lake's part of the Cumberland River system. So usually has a lot of current and stuff. So just to let you know that. I got a question here from Norm. How would you target channels and blues in a lake that is 5 foot and under at winter pool, I guess? Also with zero structure.
Zero structure.
About 5 foot deep with no structure. What would be your approach?
Well, I tell you what, that kind of reminds me of Barron River, but way up the lake from where you fish. It ain't probably 10 foot in the deepest spot when you get up around Walnut Creek and Browns Ford, I would get up on them shallow shows, like where it's 2 foot, and I feel like the channels get up on them shallow spots in the river. I'm going to assume this river ain't very big, and they sit up there and they wait for bait to come right up over them little shallow shows. It makes them easy pickings. I've had luck doing that where it's real shallow, and there ain't really you'll catch them everywhere. But my best luck has been right where it's about a foot. I'll be anchored off in probably 10, throwing up to the 1 or 2 foot. Which a lot of times when you hook them, they'll come right to the top of the water because they're so shallow.
All right, making sure I didn't miss anybody here. If you have any more questions, just pop them up again. Try not to miss them.
Here's one by Matt that says, drifting flats, are you starting at river bends? Matt, what I try to do is I'll find what I think is a good flat, and I'll go over it and just see if there's much structure on it and if it's flat or if it's going to be real snaggy. If it's got a lot of structure in it, I may try anchoring on it. But a bend don't really matter. The only time a river bend comes in to play with me is if it's really high current or really low current. If there's a lot of high current and you can't get out of it, I'll get to the inside river bend because right there is going to be your slowest water and it's going to be more of an eddy, and vice versa for low current. Your outside bend is going to be the most current if you like anchor. But as far as drifting, it don't really matter on a bend.
All right. You want to give away another set of decals here, Braden?
Yeah, let's do it.
If you didn't see them a while ago, it's Dinks Outdoors, Fin Seeker TV. We're gonna send one more set out tonight. We'll do the same thing, huh? Okay, we'll do the same thing. Just pick a number 1 through 100. Braden's writing down a number. You ready?
Yep.
Y'all go.
1 through 100.
1 through 100.
Oh, gosh. First one that popped in my head.
We got Catfish and Dreams in the house. Catfish regulators. Mr. Wade Compton. Thank you guys for coming in. Matt Cheney. Jackie Vaughn. Eric Burnside. Are you watching the numbers?
Yeah, I am. I think
What number?
I know who's closest, and it's still not really close. I just thought I seen it just a second ago. Go back.
I just seen a question that says, "What's Dalton's YouTube channel?" Unfortunately, I do not have a YouTube channel, Georgia Fisherman.
Okay, scroll down. That's the number I put. So I think that's it. Or no? Yeah, that's it.
I'm going to go back to that question about catching channels and blues in a lake that's 5 foot and under with no structure. I'd probably drag it. If you can drag it and there ain't no structure and you don't get hung up, it's like going anywhere new. The best way to catch fish is by covering water.
All right. I think we got a winner here. The number was 82. And the closest I'm seeing to that, and y'all welcome to double check me here, be Mr. Mike Greenwell Fishing. He had number 77.
Go back and double check here.
Muskrat, my biggest fish, is 55.
Yeah, that's it.
I believe that's it. Mike, yes. Mike, send me a message. We'll send out them decals. Appreciate you watching. Be sure to check out Mike's YouTube channel, Mike Greenwell Fishing. Mike's known for bumping, and he puts a lot of nice fish in the boat. He fishes the Ohio River quite a bit, and got some good videos on there, so y'all check him out.
Congratulations.
Jeremy, we got another question.
All right.
Country Boy Catfishing says, "What's the best place to look for shad in lakes? Not finding any in shallow coves of main lake." If it was me, if you got a hot water discharge anywhere close, I would check there first. And then when I catch my shad, I've always had to be there right at daylight. And I've only got about an hour to catch them. And if you can find a cove right on the main river, as it starts to get later, as the sun starts to come up, they're going to move out back to that river ledge, and it's going to make it harder to catch them. You might need to lose a little sleep, but my best luck has been getting there before daylight and finding them on my sonar, and then throwing my net on them. And I've got a buddy. I'm teaching him how to catfish, and I'm letting him read the sonar stuff. And we'll drive around, and he'll start marking the fish. And when he starts marking the shad, I'll fall on top of them, and that really works really good if you can have someone that knows how to drive a boat and read sonar. Because before I had my sonar, it was a pain to get bait. But since I've got it, it helps a lot. And it ain't no big fancy rig, just something I can see what I'm throwing on.
All right. And I guess it depending on the size throw net you got depends on a lot. If you have a smaller net, you may want to stay in the coves and stuff when they're shallow early in the mornings, or if you have a bigger net like a tape net or something, you may feel more comfortable going out in the channel and getting on the big schools out there and just dropping down on them. So that can make a difference too. I had another question here that I missed. My wife showed me from Jason Blackburn asking, where do you catch the striper in the background? I did not catch that fish. I have one that size mounted downstairs, but that particular fish right there, my daughter caught when she was about 8 years old, and it come out of the Cumberland River down there in Old Hickory Lake, and she wasn't big enough to hold it. We had to hold her in while she was reeling it in, and it was a good time. It's just like a 20-something pounder, not a huge one, but it was fun to watch her fight that thing.
Muskrat Adventures did make a good point. I didn't want to say it and confuse people, but he said drive backwards. What you want to do is your transducer's in the back of your boat, and if you drive backwards, by the time the guy that's driving the boat sees the shad and he backs over them, they're right on top of the guy in the front throwing. Versus if you're driving forward, when the guy driving sees the shad, you're already 16, 20 foot, 18 foot, however long your boat is, away from the fish or the bait.
Yeah, Mike Greenwell says marinas are dead water coast for shad. Yeah, we caught a lot, especially right when it's starting to get daylight or right before daylight. Go in those coves, throwing around the boat ramps and off little points of grass or something. Them bigger gizzards seem to come up shallow real early.
Lee Evans, Catfish, Kentucky, had a question. Do you use spinning reels or bait casters, and what rig on deep lake with little current? It just depends if I'm going after channels or if I'm going after blues. If I'm going after blues, I use bait casters. I use the Lose XL laser, and I will use a dragon rig, which is just like a Carolina rig, with a sinker slide and a Partners in Slime drag weight with about 2 foot a leader and a cat stalker float about an inch above my hook to float my bait up off the bottom so it ain't dragging through the mud.
All right. I said I was going to try to get 50. Don't look like we're quite going to make it, but I'm going to give out this promo anyway. For you guys that shop with Dale's Tackle, I'm going to give you guys a promo code. He's going to give you a discount. I don't know what the percentage is. It's like a 10 or 15% discount when you place your order. But the promo code is Smash It. Braden will type that in for you.
Capital?
No, just regular. Promo code Smash It. And this is courtesy of Matt Russell and Samantha Caudill. They're sponsored by Dale's Tackle. So thank you guys for sending us that promo code. So guys, next time you get ready to place your order, be sure to enter this promo code. And it's one word. I think Braden typed it in as two, but I don't know if that matters when you push it in. But thank you, Matt and Samantha, for that. And hopefully you guys can save you some money there when you get ready to order again. Yeah, Dink's mom's got it. Smash it. Put it in just like that.
Thank you.
I just got a question, Jeremy.
Go ahead.
Catfishing with All Dad. He says, Dalton, have you fished the Cumberland River above Cordell Hole Dam? Yes, I have. There was a local tournament 2 years ago, and I went and fished it, and I ended up winning it. But I went right out to the mouth of the feeded in the river, threw out baits, and I drug all the way up the river till it was time to weigh back in. And I had 18 pounds, and they was all channels. Now, I was just talking to a guy earlier today, actually, said they have some good luck in the wintertime, which that tournament I fished was in the summertime. They've caught some 20-pound blues and stuff. And I know a guy had caught a 55-pound blue a few weeks before that tournament. So I believe they are in there. I just don't know how the numbers are. But I am about to go try it, to be honest. It's funny that you brought that up because I've been talking about it today.
We got SK's Crappie Catching Adventures in the house. If you guys want to see some awesome crappie fishing action, make sure to check out his YouTube channel. He's got some good stuff on there. Y'all know me. If I'm not catfishing, I'm chasing them crappie. We love catching crappie. Love eating them too, don't we, Braden?
Yep.
All right. Lynn Leaper's in there. Not sure if I told you how earlier or not. What else?
Jeremy, what do you look for when you go to Old Hickory? I know you and me is a little bit different. We've talked, and I know it's a little bit different strategy, but you're used to something different totally than I am.
Yeah, when I come down there and fish that current, I will start out looking for the actual fish. I'll go looking for the structure and see if there's any fish hanging around that structure. I know you won't always see them. They won't always show up on your graph this time of year. But a lot of times I'll just sit up on the structure. If it looks good, it just feels right. Sometimes I will fish the mouth of a cove or something. A lot of times those fish will show up on your sonar. I like to fish spots like that. But yeah, that's what's worked for me. What else we got? We got one more giveaway.
It's like I tell everybody, like I take fishing. I was like, don't always trust your sonar. I've caught plenty of fish that I've never marked a fish there, or didn't see no fish, but I still fish it just because I liked the spot. It felt good.
Okay. We're getting close to the end here. We're going to save this last giveaway for the end. But Dalton, go ahead and tell these people what it is.
Hold on a second. I've seen a question or something. Where are you at? Oh, the guy that was asking about fishing Cordell Hole said he's never caught a blue, just channels. I've never caught a blue either, but I know a few people that have. I think they're starting to get better numbers, but
Talking about Cordell Hole?
The guy that asked about fishing above Cordell Hole Dam.
Yeah, that's where my biggest blue came from.
Really?
Yeah, 45 pounds.
On Cordell Hole?
Cordell Hole.
Really?
About 10 years ago, but I didn't know much about catfishing. It was probably more just right spot, being lucky. And that's where I caught it at.
Well, Cordell Hole is a lot closer to me than Old Hickory is. I'm going to have to try it here soon. I'm going to.
Yeah.
But anyway, Aaron Churchwell is giving away a coiling system for tournament fishing, and it ain't like a traditional coiling system where you hook them through the lip. It is a lasso system that you put around their fins, and it does not harm the fish. You have to poke no holes in the fish. It's a real ethical way of keeping your fish in a live well and coiling them without having to harm them. And whoever wins needs to just contact Aaron Churchwell on Facebook, and he'll get it out to you. And I think he said it's a $45 value.
Good deal. We appreciate you, Aaron, donating that. And Jackie Baum says, I always just read the river. I don't even have a sonar. I'll be getting one soon. And you can, Dalton, you know as good as I can, that you can look at the bank, look at your structure, and you can pretty well tell what's going to be down there just by watching the banks a lot of times.
Exactly. I fish plenty of spots. You can ask anyone that's fishing me. I'll fish plenty of spots. I won't even look at the sonar. I'll look at the bank, look how it is. Oh, man, it just looks good. And a lot of times pays off for me.
In the wintertime, how much time do you spend on one particular spot?
I'll sit anywhere from 20 minutes to 45 minutes. It just really depends on the fish. I've had days I can't even get all the rods out, and they're going down. And I've had some days I got to sit there 20, 30 minutes before I even get a bite on every spot. It just every day is different. Like some days they're going to eat. In the words of Catfish Rob, some days they're just going to eat, and the other days they're going to be sluggish and slow, and you're going to have to wait on them like we did yesterday.
Yeah. Well, the last time you came up here a few weeks ago, one of the holes where you caught your 23-pounder, you caught that fish. And I don't even think we had all the rods out yet. We were still casting.
I had threw out 2 or 3 rods, and that was it. And I just looked over, and I heard drag. I was like, oh, here we go. I like it when it's like that.
Oh, yeah.
That was a big takedown.
Mm-hmm. That big takedown never gets old.
Absolutely. Does anybody else have any more questions for Dalton before we get into the last giveaway?
Larry's wanting to have a catfish tournament on Cordell Hole.
Larry Gross?
Yeah.
Be a good place.
Well, I need to see if it's going to be worth it, because when I fished that tournament, everyone brought in channels, and the biggest one was like 7, 8 pounds.
Right. Well, them blues are in there
oh yeah, I didn't know you caught your biggest one there.
Yeah, I'll tell you after the show where I caught him at.
I know it's when it's summer pool, it's a deep lake. Them bluffs going around down to the dam, they get 80 foot down around through there. Which I bowfish Cordell Hole a lot, and I'm always in the backwater and stuff. I ain't
Speaking
never.
of bow fishing, do you use the carp for bait for catfishing or?
I do not, but I got a buddy, Catfish Rob, which is Rob Benningfield. He said he's starting to really like carp, and I've heard Asian carp is starting to become a great bait for the Ohio River. I guess because there's so many numbers in there, and I know Asians are dying all the time. People hitting them with boats and stuff, and you can go to Barkley Dam just see Asians flat or floating everywhere, and it's like all you can eat all eat buffet for catfish. And I've watched several videos of people starting to use carp and have good luck. I can see it being good. It's real slimy, bloody.
Yeah, when I was talking to Hagen one day, Hagen Grubbs, and he fishes the Ohio River quite a bit, and he really likes using the Asian carp.
I seen one day he took a bow out and shot a couple and he had enough bait for the rest of the day.
Oh yeah, that's a bait that's really easy to come by. And Greenwell says very good bait for catfishing on the Ohio River. We got Scotty Hill in here. All right. Well, we're gonna give away this last this coiling system. Before we do, guys, we just opened up a Teespring store. Got some Fin Seeker merchandise. I got one of the shirts on tonight. It's got several items in there. I put the link in the description. If you guys want to check it out, we'd sure appreciate it. So make sure to check that out. And Braden, we're going to do a number between 1 and 100 again. This is for the culling system.
Okay. I'm going to pick a good number.
I'll pick a number. I got one in mind.
Okay. You pick.
I'll watch the chat and see when I see it.
All right.
All right.
Go ahead. Y'all go. 1 through 100.
The sad thing is, speaking of Asian carp, they're starting to get in Old Hickory too.
Yeah, I've heard of a few of them showing up there.
Boy, I seen one that's really close, but it wasn't it.
Is it the closest without going over, or what is it?
It's the closest, yeah.
Okay. You just stop it whenever you think.
Do you want to wait for them to get it, or?
Let's give them another 30 seconds, unless somebody hits it.
Oh, we got it.
Got it?
A couple's cross fishing 33.
Couple crosses. That'd be Miss Betty. Congratulations, Betty. Just send me how you want to do this one? This one needs to go through you. Aaron's going to send this one out, right?
Yeah, he said just to contact him on Facebook, and he'll get it to you.
Okay, Betty, look up Aaron Churchwell on Facebook. If you have any trouble getting a hold of him, just holler at me, and I'll get a hold of him for you. But congratulations, Betty.
And before we go, I do have a tournament page for both catfishing tournaments I'm hosting. One is the Barron River Catfish Bash, and then the other one is the second annual Winter Whiskers Catfishing Tournament. Okay. If anyone has any other questions or need any more details.
Is that the best way to find out, just through the Facebook page?
Hold on. Someone said they said 33 first. I'm going back. Do you see? Yep. I didn't see it because last thing I seen was Jason Blackburn, and I didn't see another one to Larry Gross.
I'm showing a Scotty Hill with number 33.
Yep.
Okay. I apologize, Betty. We just missed a number there.
Yep, that's my bad. I didn't see it. I don't know if my phone glitched or what, but last I seen Jason Blackburn was 74, and then I didn't see another one to Larry Gross 32. And he's the one I was talking about that got really close.
Okay. So Scotty, just message Aaron or myself, and we will make sure Greenwell's asking the dates on them tournaments again.
The Winter Whiskers tournament, the one that has all the giveaways and the guaranteed $1,000, is February 6th. And what we're going to do is, on that tournament, I'm expecting such a big turnout. Last year, I had people draw numbers in order to blast them off, but I ain't going to do that this year. As soon as you come in, you pay, and you get your live well check, you are free to go catch bait and go set up on your first spot, but you're not allowed to start fishing at 7 o'clock. And I do have volunteers that's going to be out riding around to make sure people is not fishing before 7 o'clock. And then the weigh-in's going to be back at 3. And then the Barren River Catfish Bash is May 22nd.
Okay, and if this one on Barren River, if we have a good turnout for the first time, does this look like something you may be doing every year? Or?
Possibly. If things start working out, we may put us a trail together. Go different places.
So all you guys that live around Kentucky, Southern Ohio, make sure you check this one out. What's the Facebook page for that tournament called?
The Barren River?
Yeah.
Barren River Catfish Bash. And it's just going to be $80 to enter, $20 big fish, and 100% payout.
Okay.
And then if it looks like it's got good potential, I'll put a little more work into it for next year.
Okay. Well, sounds great, man. Well, Dalton, we appreciate you taking time to hang out with us tonight. Look forward to getting to fish with you some more in the future. I know we got some rivers that we've never fished that we were talking about going to. And after this tournament's over here in 2 or 3 weeks, we're going to try to make that happen.
Yeah, I forgot another sponsor. It just hit me. Fat Fish Designs has custom made a cutting board for me to give away that's got Winter Whiskers on it and a tool buddy.
So, and wasn't there a bait tank?
Yeah, that was Creek Bait Tanks from Andy Jennings.
You guys, look, we got bait tanks, we got cutting boards, smackdown rod holders,
Big Cat Fever rods.
Yeah, the new Hellcat one that's not even out yet. I mean, there's a ton of great stuff here. So make sure you check out Dalton's tournament. The link's in the description. If you have any questions, you're welcome to message me or Dalton, either one. We're going to go ahead and end this thing. We're right at an hour tonight. Dalton, thank you again for taking time to answer questions. Pretty good show tonight, in my opinion.
Glad to be here.
Braden, you got anything you want to add tonight?
Congratulations to everybody who won the giveaways. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
I apologize for the mix-up. I didn't see the first 33.
Okay. And Betty says I need moderators. We need links. Okay, that's something we'll take care of. Thank you for posting that. And Betty, send me an address. We're going to send you guys some decals. I felt bad about the mix-up a while ago.
Yeah, me too.
Message me. And we're going to send you out something. And you got anything else, Dalton?
I hope to see a lot of people at the tournaments. I hope for a good turnout. Hope for good weather, good current. I didn't mention last year it's a 3-fish tournament. So is this year, and it took 105 pounds to win last year's tournament. But here's the thing: a buddy of mine was out fishing, and he did not enter the tournament because he did not get his live well finished in time, and he had over 111 pounds in 2 fish that day.
Wow. And
he wasn't in the tournament. He caught a 62 and a 50-something that day.
Right.
So there's usually some big fish caught, and it's good fishing.
Yeah. You talking about the Old Hickory tournament?
Mm-hmm.
Last year was great. Me and Braden fished it. We had a limit in 35 minutes, I think. It's a tremendous fishery down there. If you guys had never fished it, it's not too far from here. So make sure you check out the tournament and everything. And guys, thank you for watching tonight. And you got anything else, Dalton?
Nope. Hope everyone has a good work week and tight lines. Well, I'm going to be fishing this weekend. Hope everybody else gets a chance to go out.
I'm going to be on vacation out of town this weekend, so I won't be on the water, but we'll be back in a couple of weeks to fish.
You're not going to sneak off the Watts bar while you're up there?
Hey, it'll be awful tempting when I go over it.
Yeah.
We've got Palmetto Catfishing show coming up here, I think about an hour. He's going to have a good show tonight, so guys, make sure you hop on over, give Kevin some watch time there. It's going to be a great show, especially if you have a YouTube channel. He's going to be giving away some good information. But you guys take care. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
See y'all.